Children, now let us start with exercise number 3 of lesson number 4. Before starting exercise number 3, let us see this table which is there on page number 21. Again there are two columns, one is of statement and one is of question given over here. Okay, we will quickly look at these sentences and then we'll start with the exercise. Okay, so let us see the first sentence. Sita is sieving. Okay, so is the helping verb. So when we bring this is in front of the sentence, we can change the statement into a question. So see here, is Sita sieving? Okay, question mark. So we have changed this statement into a question simply by bringing the helping verb in front of the sentence. Like that only all the sentences are given over here. They are not coming. Here also we will bring this helping verb are in front of the sentence. So are they not coming? At the end, question mark. Okay, so simply we have to bring this helping verb in front of the sentence and we can change this statement into a question. And we can write this like we can change this sentence into a question with aren't they coming? Both are correct. Okay, are they not coming is also a question. Even here are and not is there, so we can write aren't they coming? We can write like this also. Okay children, they have seen the zoo. Now in some cases whenever there is have, we can bring this helping verb also in front and we can change the sentence into a question. Here we don't have to use do or does or did. Okay, sometimes we don't use that. Simply by here also by just bringing this have in front of the sentence, we can change it into a question. So here have is the helping verb. Yes, so have they seen the zoo? Have we will bring in front of the sentence. See the next sentence. The rat is caught in the trap. Here is the helping verb. So is the rat caught in the trap? Okay, next sentence. Hari was bowled out. Here helping verb is was. So was Hari bowled out? Okay, Hari was not bowled out. So again was is the helping verb. So we'll bring this was in front of the sentence. Was not Hari bowled out? Even you can write instead of was not, you can write wasn't Hari bowled out. Okay, the jar has been filled with water. Here has is the helping verb. Here we will bring this has in front of the sentence. So has the jar been filled with water? So here we can bring this has in front of the sentence and all the rest of the words we can write to make a question out of it. Has the jar been filled with water? At the end, question mark. Okay children, so like this we can change this statement into questions. So let us start with exercise number 3, which is there on page number 22 of your textbook. Here you have to again change the statement into questions by bringing the helping verb in front of the sentence. Okay, so let us quickly start with it. She is reading her lesson. Is the helping verb. So what we will do children? Yes, is will bring in front of the sentence. Is she reading her lesson? At the end put a question mark. Okay, let us see the second sentence then. They are watching the game. So helping verb is are. So we will bring this are in front and we will write are they watching the game? At the end put a question mark. We were picking flowers. So helping verb is were. So were we picking flowers? At the end put a question mark. Okay, you can reach the top shelf. Can is the helping verb. So we can write can you reach the top shelf. Okay children, I think now it is clear to you how to change the statement into a question. Yes. Rohit has eaten his chocolate quickly. Here the helping verb is has. So we will write, has Rohit eaten his chocolate quickly? At the end put a question mark. Okay. You have not finished your lesson. So helping verb is has. Sorry, have. Have you not finished your lesson? At the end put a question mark. Sentence, the fierce tiger was wounded. Here the helping verb is was. So children, was the fierce tiger wounded? At the end put a question mark. Just bring was in front of the sentence and we'll change this statement into a question. Okay children. Next sentence you see, last one of this exercise, the whistle was not mended. Was is the helping verb. So we will write was in the beginning of the sentence, the whistle not mended. At the end put a question mark. Was the whistle not mended? Okay, was is the helping verb over here. Okay, so was the whistle not mended? And this we have changed the statement into a question. So with this we have completed our exercise number 3 also. So we are going to move with exercise number 4, and before starting exercise number 4 we will see this table which is there on page number 22. Okay, statements and questions. Here we are going to add do, does and did. Okay, so let us learn when to use do, when to use does and when to use did in them. When turning statements into question, it is sometimes necessary to use one of the words, that is does, do and did. Okay, so let us learn how to use it. First of all, whenever in the sentence, in a statement, verb is given, normal verb, action word is given, if the verb is in the present tense, okay, whenever the verb is in the present tense children, we will use either does or do. And when the verb is in the past form, we will use did. Okay, so let us see when we will use does and do. Whenever we are talking about singular noun, you have to see first of all the verb. Verb should be in the present tense, and then you have to see the noun. If the noun is singular, we will use does in the sentence to make a question. Okay, and whenever the sentence is present tense, the verb is present tense, and when the noun is plural. Okay, when the noun in the sentence, noun as well as the pronoun, both are in plural form. If they are in plural form, we will use do. Okay, to change the statement into a question. Even whenever there is you in the sentence, or whenever there is I in the sentence, for this also we are going to use do for present tense verb. Understood? Now let us see the past form. When the sentence is in the past tense, so we will use did for both singular noun as well as plural noun. Singular as well as plural noun or pronoun. Whenever the verb is in the past tense, the action word is in the past tense. So to change the statement into a question, we will use did. Okay, so at that time we don't have to see singular or plural. we just have to see the verb. If it is in the past form, we will use did. If it is in the present form, then we have to see singular as well as plural. If singular noun is there, then does we will use, and plural is there, at that time we are going to use do. With you and I also we are going to use do. Okay children. So let us see this statement table which is there on page number 22 of your textbook. You know hurry. Now children, here know is the verb. Know is in the present form. Yes, and you is given. Okay, so what we will do, I said with you have to use do. Yes, so what we will write, do you know hurry? Okay, to change the statement into question, we will write do in front of the sentence, and then we write all the words again, rest of the words again. Do you know hurry? At the end, question mark. Okay, see the next sentence children. This parrot speaks English. Here speaks is the verb. Okay, here speaks is the verb. Now here speak is in the present form. Okay, and parrot is the noun. Parrot is a singular noun. So for singular noun we will use does. For singular noun, parrot is a noun. Yes, and speak is the verb. So for singular noun we will use does. Does this parrot. Now children, when we are using does, so in the verb whenever there is s, so we will remove that s. Because we have added does, so we are going to remove s. So here see in the statement, this parrot speaks English. Okay, but when we change it into a question, we added does. Yes, so we have already added does, so no need to write s in the verb. So does this parrot speak English? Getting or not children? Okay, now see the next sentence. Cats like milk. Now here like is the verb. Okay, it's a verb, and cat is the noun. Okay, cats are nouns. Now noun is plural. Yes, so for plural we will use do. For plural noun we are going to use do. Okay, so do cats like milk. Now here children, cats is noun, so we will not remove s. Here speak is a verb. Okay, here in the sentence whenever there is a verb, okay, you have to remove s from the verb, not from the noun. That you keep it in your mind. Okay, whenever there is a verb, in the verb you have to remove the s when you add does to the sentence to make a question. But whenever there is a noun, in the noun when s is there, you don't remove that s from the noun. Do cats like milk? Getting? Okay. God made the world. Now here the verb is made. Made is in the past form. Okay, so for past tense we will use did. So when we write did, instead of made we will write make. We will change the verb into present when we add did. So did God made the world? Okay, instead of made we will write make. Did God make the world? At the end, question mark. Understood? So let us see the exercise, which is there on page number 23 of your textbook. Shall we start with the exercise children? Okay. Here also you have to change the statement into question. The first sentence, cows eat grass. Here eat is the verb and cows are noun. Yes, eat is in the present form and cows are plural. Yes, so for plural noun we are going to use do. And cows, we'll write do cows eat grass when the verb is in the present tense, and when the noun is plural we will use do. Yes children. So the sentence will be do cows eat grass, and at the end we are going to put a question mark. See the second sentence children. He owns a shop. Here owns is the verb, he is a pronoun. Okay, owns is in the present tense and he is singular. Okay, so for singular we will use does. Does he instead of owns. When we are adding does, we will remove s from the verb. Okay, so does he own a shop? and at the end we are going to put a question mark. Does he own a shop? At the end question mark. Third one, the teacher worked the sum. Now here verb is worked. Yes, and teacher is a noun which is singular, but verb is in the past form. Yes children, so for past form we are going to use did. Did the teacher, now instead of worked we will write work. We are going to remove ed as we have added did. So did the teacher work the sum? And then we are going to put a question mark. Okay. Now see the next sentence. Ananya listens to her parents. Now here verb is listens. It is in the present form. And Ananya is a noun which is singular. Okay, so for singular noun we will use does. Does Ananya, now when we write does we will remove s from the verb. Listens, it will become listen. Does Ananya listen to her parents? At the end put a question mark. So like this we can change the statement into question. Okay, now next sentence children. He saw the new moon. Now here saw is the verb which is in the past form. Yes, so for past tense we are going to use did. Did he? So instead of saw we'll change this past form into present, so it will become see. Did he see the new moon? Okay. Did he see the new moon? At the end question mark. They do not speak English. Now here what is the verb children? Speak is the verb. Yes, speak is the verb. And already do is given over here. So what we are going to do? We just have to bring this do in front. So do they not speak English? At the end question mark. In some sentences if there is do, did or does is given, so simply you have to bring that do, does or did in front of the sentence, and then you write the rest of the part of the words. Whatever words are remaining you write it down that again, so it becomes a question. So simply what I did over here, do I have removed and I have bring that do in front of the sentence, and they not speak English. Then I wrote other words as it is, and at the end question mark, and I have changed this sentence into a question. The bird flew out of the cage. Now here verb is flew. Now it is the past form. Yes, so for past tense what we will write? Yes, we are going to write did. Did the bird, so instead of flew what we will write? Fly out of the cage. At the end we are going to put a question mark. Okay, now see the next sentence. She did not hear it. Now here did is already given. Okay, so we'll bring this did in front of the sentence. Did she not hear it? At the end question mark. Okay, now see the next sentence. Owls sleep in the daytime. Now here sleep is the verb. It is in the present form. Owls are noun and they are plural noun. So for plural noun we will use do. Do owls sleep in the daytime? Question mark. Understood? Okay, see the last sentence of this exercise. He fell down from a great height. Here fell is the verb. Again it's a past form. So we will write did he. Instead of fell we'll write the present form of fell, that is fall. Fall down from a great height. At the end question mark. So with this we have completed our exercise number 4 of this lesson also.
Okay children.